Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Million Dollar Media. I'm your host, Max Kellerhalls, and today with me we have...
Nile Thompson.
Nora Johnson.
Kyah! And today we are going to be talking about the newest Marvel blockbuster, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And yeah, just a quick plot synopsis of what this movie is about. T'Challa has passed, leaving behind everybody in Wakanda to have to figure out how they go going forward, which leads to a lot of foreign problems in that a lot of these Western countries are wanting to find vibranium from any place they can, which leads them to go to the bottom of the ocean to find it, where they are approaching on a secret civilization called Talokan, led by Namor. So because of that, Talokan is becoming a problem to Wakanda because they are pressuring them to wage a world war against everybody else. And that's all I'll say, because there's a lot more stuff about this movie that we kind of need to keep hidden until we could talk about spoilers. How about we start off with some positives? I'm just going to say it. This movie was awesome.
No,
This
honestly,
movie was amazing.
honestly, for me, this movie brought out so many emotions in such good ways.
Mm-hmm.
Where man, there's not many movies where I would say that I personally see that I enjoy that would be movie of the year, but I feel like this definitely has a chance of being up there for movie of the year.
Yeah,
this was phenomenal. It was just a whole different movie and it brought so many different things out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my take of it.
I agree. I very much agree. Nora?
I thought it was a very beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Just visually. The soundtrack.
Oh
My
my
man,
God.
the soundtrack.
I fucking love that soundtrack.
Man, not gonna lie, I can't tell you how many times I've gone on my phone during the movie to Shazam a song and then put it on my Spotify so I could have it for later.
Yeah.
I love the score.
The
The
score,
score,
yeah.
yeah.
The score, yeah.
Score is-
Ludwig Göransson, who
Yeah.
did the first movie.
Can't
And
go
he's done
wrong.
the I think he's become very prominent in the
he's-
movie and film industry.
Yeah.
In TV industry.
Hard to not be when you support something like Black Panther.
I know.
Yeah.
But I love the African sounding Wakandan music when we're in
It's-
Wakanda, and the Mesoameric
Yeah.
Hispanic kind of music
No,
that is
the-
played during the Talokan sequences.
No, yeah.
Which that was really
that was
Yeah.
nice.
nice
That
to
was-
hear.
That was a nice little switch because
yeah.
because like you said, it brought Mesozoic and mine into the world of Wakanda, even though it was in its own realm.
Really into the world of Marvel, because Marvel does not have that many Hispanic characters.
Oh no.
No, it's
Not
very
at all.
true.
So it was really interesting that they changed Namor to Namor.
No, I was about to say, no, I agree, because I feel like the closest thing we have to Hispanic is Miles Morales.
But yeah, I really like the change for this, because in a lot of other stories, Atlantis done the Greek
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much that it's nice to see something different and
I see a Hispanic take on
a
it.
Hispanic take on it. And also I feel like they just got lucky because the character's name was Namor, that they can kind of change it to
Namor.
Namor.
No, I thought that was a nice.
I thought, yeah, because in
explanation.
some ways he's either been white or Asian in the comics, or interpretations of how they wanted to do the character. And Hispanic, Mexican, I never thought of it like that, civilization and character like that, but I really like the change, because it just makes the character want to fight for something more, because at least we'll get into it in spoilers, but the reason why he's fighting for his people and the reasons he gives kind of makes more sense
Yeah.
the more you think about it. And I like that they put in the homework to not just have them speak regular Spanish, but old Mayan, or what was it?
No, it was mine.
It was
Mayan?
mine. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mine.
Yeah.
It was mine.
Yeah, I
loved every single bit of that.
love to hate the character though too.
Yeah.
No, he made it very.
He rides the line of villain really well. Of he seems kind of nice, and then no.
He's like,
No.
no, he
He's
wants
a
to do something
dick.
right for his people, but he's being a total dick about
He
it.
puts that's the kind of thing is what I love about him. He puts his people above anyone else. Literally
That's the
anyone
problem.
else.
He puts the
Yeah.
people above everybody else.
Yeah,
But then on the other hand, when you have the name, what he stands for, people,
Oh yeah, that we'll get into that.
No, I know,
'cause
I know,
thought
I
that
know.
shit. I thought that reveal was really cool.
No, I thought that was amazing, but like you said, we'll get into that later.
Yeah,
but
because all right,
yeah.
Kyah, do you have any like positives you want to say before I get into mine?
Sure, I could tell you about the conversation I had with my dad today about it.
What was it?
He told me that when he was younger, and my dad's 65, he said that when Stan Lee introduced Black Panther, he was originally made to be like a criminal, like a villain, because that's what was going on during that time when Stan Lee did that.
Mhm.
And he was like, my bad. And he made Black Panther into a king. And at that time, period, that was not acceptable. People hated him for that.
Mhm.
So to see that character go from that to a straight up franchise with like solid roots being shown and like the color and the costumes
In
and
its
just
own
like
movie.
and its
Yeah.
own movies and everything is just the greatest shit I've ever seen.
And
Oh, yeah.
mostly
Yeah.
black cast.
Mostly black cast, like
Yeah.
Black
perfectly-
director, which
black
you,
director.
I gotta say, Ryan Coogler.
Piece
like,
of art.
Yeah,
Piece of art.
he is
Yeah.
like starting to become like
People are
one
starting
of
to see him
like.
for what he really is now.
Yeah.
No. I've always seen him for what he is because like.
I'm saying some people.
Some
Not
people,
everyone,
yeah,
not
yeah.
everyone has your eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You know I got you.
Oh my god.
No, what I mean is like I saw Creed, and when he was tapped to do Black Panther, I was like, oh, Black Panther's in great hands, because he made
Yeah.
Creed so
He
well.
made Creed and Creed 2.
Because he brought back a dead franchise.
Yeah, he did.
And he made it amazing.
He
Yep.
did.
Even like some people like I knew about Rocky Balboa, but I didn't
Mhm.
go back to watch those movies until after I watched Creed.
Right.
Yeah.
Creed 2.
I
So,
prefer Creed, but I
I
guess that's
prefer
just
Creed as
because
well.
I quote unquote grew up with Creed more
yeah,
than I did
exactly.
like Rocky.
No,
but I
exactly.
know of Rocky,
No,
so like
and Rocky's done. Sylvester Stallone has made his own mark in
Mhm.
his own way for his
Yeah.
generation. And now I feel like Creed was able to bridge both generations between
I agree.
us and our parents and who's ever was able to enjoy Rocky Balboa before us.
yeah. I have a
And I
question.
feel like
Sorry.
Black Panther did that for us as well.
So many people.
Yes, exactly.
Because, like, yeah, a wrestler can be one thing, but, like, an actual, not only superhero, but, like, a king kind of thing. Because
Exactly.
you kind of got that with Eddie Murphy Coming to America kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Great movie, by the way. But
Yeah,
that's
but,
not
like,
what
that's
we're-
that movie's a comedy.
exactly.
They're kind of making fun of, like, everything like that. So,
Exactly.
this one
real-
is, like,
this is real time. Not real time.
it's not
necessarily.
meant to be realistic.
Exactly.
It's meant to be, like a sci-fi Afrofuturism kind of thing. And
Exactly.
really,
Yeah.
like, going into that, like, style and, like,
In
not...
what our world could be like.
Yeah.
If we embrace it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I love every single bit of that too.
I have a question for you, Kyah, about your dad. Did he read the comics?
Oh, hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he loves Marvel.
Really?
Oh.
He has a shit ton of Marvel comics and he loves Marvel.
Oh wow.
That's
That
awesome.
I think Black Panther he said was one of his favorite characters.
I
I wouldn't.
Going
be
I would
surprised.
not be surprised.
Yeah. But he's definitely read the comics.
Because I feel like the movies are the only times that I've ever really
Gone.
got the full like idea of what Black Panther could be.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the times I didn't read a lot of Black Panther comics.
Yeah.
I read a couple.
I read like not a lot, but
But
like
I wasn't that big of a comic reader back then. Or
Right.
at least not as big as I am now.
I was more of like a Spider-Man kid, a Captain America, X-Men fan.
For a while, it was strictly anime, and then
Ah.
but Black Panther was the one that dove me into the world of like Marvel comics, and then after that it was Spider-Man, and then I thought about Iron Man, Hitmonkey. I haven't.
You
done-
read Hitmonkey?
Not all of Hitmonkey. I've read a decent.
That's a pull. Oh wow. But yeah, but with Black Panther, one of the things that like always made me interested in him, but never like truly like want to read more about, because in like some of the animated adaptations, they made Wakanda look somewhat technologically advanced,
Mhm.
but they always just made it look like a tribe.
Mm.
Like they had like stick like gates and everything like
Yeah.
that, and I was always like,
It seemed
I
like
mean,
a tribe, not a culture.
yeah, it didn't seem
Right.
like a country. So when the movies came out and they like fully realized it, I was like, oh,
You're like this is the kick in the butt.
this
I
is
needed.
this is like what they were going for. And like,
Like-
the movies, like I grew to love the character.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Some movies
yeah,
bring the best out of like a comic series.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that it can go the other way around.
Mm-hmm. I also think, and we do have to kind of touch on this because the movie is really about this. I think a lot of what made me like the movie for Black Panther more was Chadwick.
Oh yes.
Ever since like Civil War, he was like one of the best. Like that movie's really good, but like he was
one of the
really good in that movie.
Yeah.
Like that was when we first were introduced, I believe. People never anticipated him, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Holy cow!" It was like Chadwick's playing Black Panther.
Yep.
Like I know.
Like there was so much potential.
Oh yeah, everybody was
Yeah.
happy with the casting. He was almost Drax.
Really?
He was almost
No,
Drax.
yeah, I
Wow.
remember hearing that he was almost Drax.
Yeah,
And I'm
Chris,
so happy.
Him and Chris Pratt did a screen test together, and they said he's good, but he doesn't fit what we're going for here. So then they were like,
Batista.
But
Yeah.
like the role he's played in so many other movies, it seems so off to have him as so
Comical?
Yeah, exactly, a comical person like Drax when he's
yeah.
played such big roles like
I mean-
42, Marshall. What
We'll-
else?
Oh,
we'll
that's
ne-
right. He was in 42.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played Jack.
Wow.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. He played Thurgood Marshall. He
Yeah.
played. James Brown.
So
Yeah.
it would be wrong to not have him as the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, his impact on like movie like culture of any kind is like cannot be seconded. It's just like it's crazy like how impactful he really was, and like I remember the day when
Okay.
I heard that he passed. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Like I saw like a video of him like super skinny, but I thought he was just getting into a role.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this must be. I was giving it the benefit of the doubt. I was like, oh, this must be for another movie or something.
Yeah.
Or a scene in a movie.
And then when I heard he passed, like my brother came downstairs, like ran downstairs and told me and my dad what happened, and we were both like, "What?" Like, 'cause
He never said
it was
anything.
way too
He
soon.
He never told the world that he was
No.
sick.
I
He
know.
He didn't want to. He
4
didn't want
years
to
of-
have that.
no one would have thought 4 years of cancer.
Yeah.
And
he,
I
he
think-
wouldn't have wanted that.
And I feel like this movie, going back to the movie at hand, I think it does a really good job of not capitalizing on his death, but
Mhm.
like honoring what he gave. Like, I feel like if they were to like capitalize on it, the whole movie about who killed T'Challa.
Yeah.
Whereas that's not what this movie is about. It's more about
It's
it
just,
happened,
moving
and we have
on.
to move on. And even though it's painful, remember the times and just
Well,
celebrate his life.
Me and you had an interesting conversation in the car. We were talking about the impact that him as that character had on like the black community and basically the world as a whole, and we were trying to figure out like what that felt like when he died, because it's like sometimes you can feel a personal connection to like an actor or a
And you've
musician or
never
something like
met
that.
Yeah.
And
You've never
that was
been- yeah.
a character, that was an actor that when he died it hurt me because he
Yeah.
represented something that I stood for.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I can't describe what it felt like, but he was this generation's like
I say he's the Black James Dean,
that's what you said,
Yeah.
yeah.
where he's an actor who had so much potential and had so many great movie roles, but then was just gone too soon.
Yeah.
That's how I see
No,
it. Where it's just like,
it was 2020. We
But-
lost so many good lives and good people.
But
Now
yeah,
that I
Kobe
think about
Bryant.
it-
Yeah, we lost Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant earlier that year.
My nephew, I think about this now, my nephew's room was Black Panther themed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we-
Oh.
Yeah, I just remember that just now.
Yeah.
He had Black Panther lamp, Black Panther bed sheets, Black Panther poster. He was Black Panther for Halloween. He loved Black Panther, and we had to tell him.
Mhm.
And he doesn't get it, but like he'll get it. But just to think like a whole generation just died with him just really sucks.
I think one of the saddest things that happened like as the movie was starting is that one of the kids like in the audience with us said, "Wait, did Black Panther just die?"
Oh,
And I was just like,
Jesus.
"Oh no, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know."
Black Panther died.
Oh, by the way, like a comic book, Special Against Appearance by.
Shelldyn.
Do you have any like non-spoilerly positives that you want to say before we get into like some like nitty-gritty?
Ooh. The graphics, bro. I was a sucker for like all the things that happened from. Oh, I can't spoil that.
The CG looks good.
Yes.
I know. I've been chopping a bits trying not to
Like, you
spoil.
can't even put examples because it's just like, oh,
Yeah, we'll save it.
Like, oh, we got a shout out.
We'll talk about it in spoilers.
Well, you can still talk about like how Wakanda looked and how like the city and stuff looked, because that will always be crazy to me.
Like the forestry at one certain, like, I'm a real like nature nerd, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just seeing like the forest and like how
How green it was.
how everything looked.
It was
Alright.
amazing.
Just the attention to detail of this movie, top tier.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I think we've gotten into now everybody's like positives, but I think one of my favorite thing about this is just the acting all around the board. Like everybody
Everybody did
brought
well.
their A game. Like
How could they not?
the two that I think are the standouts in like a whole cast of like great actors have to be Angela Bassett and Letitia Wright.
Yup.
This is probably like the best I've ever seen her do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I saw her in Death on the Nile, the movie where it's like all about like mysteries, and I was like,
Oh, you
she's-
saw that?
She's fine.
Okay.
I mean, her character's like
Yeah.
there, but like I
I
thought
still
in this
need to see
movie, like
that.
she got to play
She.
a whole range of emotions,
Yeah.
and I thought she did really well. And Angela Bassett just needs to win a Best Supporting Actress. I swear, like
I'm not fucking around. If this doesn't get at least nominated,
She
for
should
an
at
Oscar,
least
I
get
want
nominated.
her to-
Get
I'm gonna be
nominated.
pissed.
if the first movie got nominated for Best Picture,
There's no way this doesn't.
this one has to.
This one has to
Because
follow.
like jack shit has come out this year. I'm sorry. The
Yeah, like, what has come out-
2022
what has
has
come out
been
this
like,
year? What has come
What?
out this
Yeah.
year?
What's come out?
oh, everything
We're
everywhere.
all at once. Yeah,
Fine.
that
But
would
that's
be
like
the
a
one
really
contender.
crazy fun
Alright,
movie.
that's
Good
one.
movie.
That's
That would be
one.
like the only contender I can think.
The only
Besides
thing that I've
everything
heard good
overall.
things about is the Banshees of Inisherin, which I want to go see just because I'm Irish. Like this,
Alright.
like, oh, you
Alright.
black people got Black Panther. I got mine
You got your
now.
movie,
I got my.
Jackass Forever.
That'd be fucking
I would
hilarious.
love just for shits and gigs. I would love.
You
to
know
see
they'll shit and gig. I really like the first Black Panther. I just don't think it's like a masterpiece. I think this movie is much better than the first
The
one.
first one was supposed to be
The
a part
starter.
of the MCU.
Yeah.
This one felt more
Like,
Independent.
independent.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yep.
I'll
This-
say
the
there are
first one
some
was-
elements that will be branched off into other things, but that's
Yeah.
not the focus of
No,
this
You
movie.
didn't need
No.
to like watch anything else.
No, like-
aside from like the other.
If
Black
you
Panther
knew
movies.
who some characters were, you're like,
You-
oh,
you
that
would
just
be
makes
fine.
it better for
Yeah.
me.
this movie. The
Like,
first movie
yeah.
was. It was just a gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a gateway.
It was a
It wasn't
gateway.
meant to be a masterpiece.
Even though I love Killmonger as a villain,
Great.
I also thought that if like we're doing, it's like a typical superhero thing of like the villain is like a darker version of the main
Yeah.
character, so it just felt like two guys with similar powers fighting,
Yeah.
which is cool if done right. But I just felt like the fight and like, I thought the emotions behind the fight were really good, but like the actual fight,
With this one,
no,
Let's
the
talk about
last
first
one,
Black Panther.
the first one, which I think is still, again, I say it's really good, but like, I don't think it needed to win Best Picture. I just thought that was a stunt. I just think that the movie is a good movie and it helps represent so many people, and that people need to see movies like this to feel like, oh, finally, someone who looks like me on screen.
Yeah.
However, for this one, I could totally see this one winning awards because
Yeah.
this hit all the emotions, this hit all of the story beats that I wanted. The acting is fantastic, while also being a superhero film. Pretty much, it is a superhero film, like about like fancy powers. There's literally a dude in this movie with winged feet.
And he's hot as fuck.
Let's not get too hasty.
I wouldn't be girl as fuck. He's like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I was gonna say, let's not get too
Yeah.
hasty.
Here's the thing: even if
Yeah.
this doesn't
Yeah.
win any Oscars, I still think this is going to be the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
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 Like
I
this
wouldn't
is
be
my
mad if it
favorite
didn't go to the
Marvel movie
Oscars.
that's happened in a long time. Like I like Shang-Chi and I like Doctor Strange too,
I still need to see Doctor Strange.
but I thought this was 10 times better than Doctor Strange and 5 times better than Shang-Chi.
Oh hell yeah.
Even though this movie's still fresh in my mind, I feel like with this movie, I love it just because on a filmmaking level, it's great. On a movie fan, it's great. On a Marvel movie fan, it's awesome. Like, I don't see, like, I got everything that I wanted out of this movie. Maybe not, like, I didn't want Chadwick to die. I just was saying, like,
The way
with
they
the
went about it,
the way that the circumstances that they were handed, this movie turned out
phenomenal.
much better than I ever thought it could
Yeah.
be.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I think we pretty much talked about a lot of non-spoilerly things. Like, again, the story was really good. I think we even talked about both cultures
Yeah.
that
we did.
I thought were really cool.
Yep.
And Chadwick. So, do you guys just want to move on to spoilers. Yeah, we're gonna move into spoilers now. So if you're listening to this on Wave Radio, you can just like stop here. If you're listening to this on YouTube, just like, subscribe, and share. And move on. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna move on to spoilers. And one of the things that I didn't think that they were actually gonna do in this movie was have the real-time moment of T'Challa's death, where you see Shuri scrambling to figure out how to fix make this synthetic heart-shaped herb because Killmonger burned them all.
Yeah. Like a fucking asshole.
Well, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But, and I was like, oh wow, they're actually doing it. And I was a little worried that they might show him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want
That's what I was nervous
no.
about.
I'm always afraid about them like wanting to see how far they can go with something like that. I was just afraid.
I don't think they would have, because, like, before, like, when he was already sick with cancer, like, people were making fun of him. Like, for it's like, wait, he lost.
Yeah.
I mean,
people were
they
blowing the shot
didn't know he had, like, stage 4 cancer.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing,
So,
like,
I don't think they'd even, like, go near being trying to, like,
show him
that
that
could
skinny.
possibly be seen as, like, disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just off of that premise.
That's heartbreaking to, like, see. And, like, he thought he was going to bounce back from it. Because he told the producers, I think the producers knew about his condition and just didn't say
That's something I think he would have to disclose to them.
He would have to because that's also insurance and there's a lot of money things behind that. But he told them like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to bounce back from this. So that's why they went forward with Black Panther 2. And then when this happened,
fucking depressing, bro.
Yeah, the director Ryan Coogler, who we did talk about earlier as well, he also had a completed script with T'Challa in it. And then the news came out, and they had to spend months to like rewrite it. And I'm kind of curious, like now watching the movie, to like, I wonder what elements of that first draft are in this.
There.
Yeah.
Like I believe what they probably kept is, now that we're in spoilers, I think they kept Namor.
Yeah.
That's always been a Black Panther villain.
Yeah, they kept him.
I think they could have kept maybe the idea of like other countries wanting vibranium.
Yeah.
I think that's
that
something.
Was,
It's just that in this movie, it's
something.
played up more of like, oh, he's gone, so now they're really weakened.
I think
by
if
the whole
he
thing.
had been here, the movie would have been about him dealing with
The blip.
world.
Yeah,
The
with
post
like
blip.
outcome.
Yeah, more dealing with like the events of like Endgame and everything.
It would have. I
yeah.
think
Post-Endgame.
had he been in this movie, it would have been more of a Marvel movie, as in it would
Yeah,
have been more tied
Yeah.
into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
yeah, I agree.
It's something more canon.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, going
Well,
off-
this movie's still canon. It's just that it's
It feels more isolated.
Again, it's
Yeah.
very independent. It's very personal.
I guess
What?
I mean more canon, as in like not as mainstream towards like other events in the Marvel like universe. and
Yeah.
more, like into like the Black Panther
Yeah.
like this is about Wakanda.
Yeah.
This isn't about
This
the
is a
Avengers.
Wakanda thing.
You don't get
They didn't bring anyone else from the Avengers. in.
yeah, you don't
they
get Bucky.
mentioned like name of like Thanos, but it was like Thanos' army attacking Wakanda, and that's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
was
it.
That was
They
it.
didn't- You didn't hear any super.
And also that kind of does set up a plot point for later in the movie.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
not bad.
So I kind of like how they tied that in because it does make sense timeline-wise why that is there. I thought the handling of like, they don't say what the illness was. They just say that he died of an illness way too quick that no one saw coming. Like
much like his
what happened.
actual like real life illness
Yeah,
was,
like-
because we didn't know until I
Until
feel like I
last
don't even
minute.
I'm not even 100% clear what it was. It was liver cancer, right? Or
Colon
cancer.
cancer. Colon
He
cancer.
was
Yeah.
diagnosed
No.
with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, so that was before.
4 years.
No, that wasn't even, that was like when that's when his first appearance as Black Panther in Civil War.
Yes.
Then he had to go
Go
film
Yeah,
Black
and then
Panther
he
and
was
then
later,
the Avengers
and then
and
it
all
later
that.
progressed to stage 4, which
Yeah.
is
And I think his last role as T'Challa was in What If.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
You
was
can it's a voice acting thing,
Yeah.
so you hear him play like
Oh,
What If
God.
T'Challa.
That's
yeah, and
upsetting,
he,
man.
yeah, highly
If you
recommend.
watch What If and like all the episodes they have Chadwick in, it is haunting how much dialogue they gave that character about death.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh man.
They did not plan for that to be written that way. It
For it
just
to be that-
hauntingly happened that way.
It's
yeah.
That's
It's unfortunate,
It's
but it
very
also just makes those.
dauntingly
it's like that
Moments.
shit when like when X died and like when like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
died, like they talked a lot about death
Yeah.
before their passing. It's just
Yeah.
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 They've been
Like they
preparing.
knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough to say like where this movie takes place in relation to Endgame, because this movie does cut 1 year later after his death. So we could be like, this could be like the very future of the Marvel, like the most recent event in Marvel, or this could be like something could happen in that year timeline, like people not knowing about what happened. In his death, so many other countries are looking for vibranium. France is trying to just steal it from them.
I would like to say that scene,
Was
that
really
scene
cool.
in the UN,
That was
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a power play.
my favorite scene.
Power
I think.
play.
I thought it was gonna it was gonna go a lot more differently.
Why?
Like when they were like
Oh, you thought they were gonna kill him?
when like the assassins like came in and shit.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was gonna go like,
Oh, they're gonna execute them in front of the UN?
or just like get the vibranium, and then it's like the movie was about.
Oh, getting
that
it back?
bringing
Yeah.
it back, and just doing, yeah.
I could see that,
Yeah.
but like,
But
I like the power play of like, here's your soldiers, and then speaking in French to like them
Yeah.
who
and
they
the
were
sound and the music score that went to that song or
Oh,
that
yeah.
scene was. I've been listening to that on repeat.
Awesome. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the French are not the bad guys in this movie.
Unfortunately.
I like for a real point. The villains, or quote-unquote villains, are Talokan, because America is trying to find vibranium. They decide to look in the ocean, and when they look in the ocean, they
Found some vibranium.
they find it. Yeah, they kind of get close to Talokan, and yeah, they are not happy about that. And they just butcher and kill everybody on that like oil mine thing.
It
Yep.
was like
Yeah.
That was haunting.
yeah.
That
yeah.
was legit scary. It was
That
like,
was
because
that
yeah,
was detrimental to.
Also,
that was,
there's like a lot of open water scenes in
Yeah.
this movie, which I was like,
It's
don't
terrifying.
panic, because I cannot do open water.
I love the infusion of like sea shanty, like ocean tales of like sirens used into their culture of like, yeah, they just their tactics are they sing to you to draw out everybody into the ocean and just fall and drown, which haunting.
That's very haunting.
like that's
Yeah.
scary to think about, but
but like you see it so many times.
Yeah, I
Sea
just
shanties and sea movies.
yeah, I just think that's a really cool way to
I thought
like
that was awesome.
like
that was a
bring
good way to
that
implement
idea into like a Marvel like a tactic of war.
Yeah.
That's scary to think about. But yeah, and
Like that was scary.
yeah, and I kind of want to like talk about Namor because now we can actually talk about his motive, why he's doing what he's doing. He's pretty much just threatening the Wakanda because they revealed their secret to the world.
They revealed vibranium, that they were on that massive source of vibranium, and the world is now like, we want that vibranium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving us the vibranium that we want.
We're gonna take it
We
by
will
force if we
go
have to.
look for vibranium, and because they are looking for vibranium, they are going to stumble upon it.
Yeah.
They are eventually going to find them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
And Namor's not happy with that.
Namor is not happy. He's peaceful at first. He's like, "Hey, find the scientist. We'll kill them for you, and everybody will be happy."
That's his peace treaty.
That's
his- that's
his
We'll
peace
murder them
sign.
for you.
We'll do
He
it
said,
for
"Hey,
you.
you
We'll-
get us the guy, we'll kill him. We
Yeah,
don't
we'll
have to
kill him for
worry
you.
about
You
it.
don't
Don't
have
worry
to
about
feel
it.
bad about
Just-
that part.
You just gotta
We
find
just
the
don't
person.
want
We'll
people to
deal
know
with the
where we
body.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll kill them away from land.
He's really, it
He's
is
a
really
dick.
peaceful, but it's
Oh,
just the
he's
fact
a
that
very-
he's a fucking psychopath.
Oh yeah.
So like that, like he's like a water Homelander, like for real. That like him being nice is like him is a death threat,
yeah.
but
True.
like a nice death threat.
Yeah, he's like,
He's like,
here, put this dress on so that you don't drown.
Yes.
Real.
And if you don't put the dress on, I will
Yeah.
drown.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like, why'd they? Okay, we're gonna jump ahead a bit.
All right.
Why did they put that dress on her if she's just gonna wear a giant metal suit so that it won't crush her bones?
I feel like it was a power move.
Power
because-
move.
Power move.
Costume.
Right,
Power
right.
Because it
move.
was,
Power
I
move.
think, a costume of his culture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Trying to like court her a little bit.
he
Little
was.
I
bit,
was
little bit.
feeling that too.
He
A
was.
little bit. I
He
felt a little
was.
tension.
You
in
don't
that
give
room.
him-
Shit.
I
You
mean, he
don't-
gave her
Tension?
Yeah,
his
he.
mother's bracelet.
You don't
Yeah,
do
like,
that to just
you
some
don't fucking
girl.
do that.
You don't do that to
He's like
anybody.
princess.
Like Princess of Wakanda.
Hot Latin lover.
Oh, there it is.
Not only is she a princess, but she is just on the verge like I am. She wants to burn the world too.
Oh.
Right.
We got the same goals.
What you mean by that?
Yeah, I love everything with Namor because, like, I totally get where he's coming from, but he's such a dick.
He's such a psycho.
Yeah.
Bro, that fucking The look in his eyes when like he like threatened
The queen.
The
the
queen.
queen,
Man.
and his eyes just went like dead.
Yeah.
That shit, I was like, oh, this
shit.
motherfucker crazy.
Oh yeah, no, he's not
No.
fucking around.
Yeah, when she was like, "Hey, we will tell everybody about your little secret civilization if you don't give me my daughter back," and he was like,
His
"All right,
smile.
we
went
will
away.
drown Wakanda."
Yeah.
And I will kill you
And
personally.
I will kill. Yeah, and I will kill you.
He comes
Personally.
Oh
He
yeah.
comes back and they're already gone. And
Yeah.
one of his like fish people dead. So he's just like, all right.
All right.
He's like,
Yes.
All right.
And then he was like, and then when he gets like, he like sits on the throne
Uh-huh.
with like the Aztec like,
Lion or
I think it's a lion head, but he
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sits in a
Oh,
or something.
dude, I was
He's
like,
like,
oh,
yeah,
they
Megalodon,
pissed him
Megalodon,
off.
I've been so foolish. Like I've been so like filled with hope of this ally.
and he's like, I've been deceived.
yeah.
He's like, I will not make that mistake.
Does the
I'm
Kami
like,
come in?
I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
I
no.
was like-
I
bro,
first saw
hold
that.
on.
I first saw that. I almost went. Almost did that to the screen too. I was like, Kamehameha.
I almost said but Kamehameha thing, like, I know that's probably like a historical, like, cultural thing. However, all I see is them doing just Kamehamehas.
No, I was about to say yeah. That might be like the Tolo Conway, but as I see it, you just stole that from the Turtle Hermit School.
Real. That was a cool
Dude, there was
scene,
a
though.
hilarious meme that I showed them before this where it's like, oh wow, that not only brings like true Mesoameric culture to the screen, but it also proves that all Latino fucking love Dragon Ball.
They do. They do.
I
So
was
black
just
people.
like, bro.
No, I love
Yeah.
Dragon
Fucking
Ball.
black people love Dragon Ball.
Man.
Love Naruto.
Shit. Yeah.
Naruto.
Ball.
Naruto and Dragon Ball. Oh, we gonna have for some Naruto and Dragon Ball.
I can't speak to that, but okay. No, I cannot. This is gonna be a really weird review for me. Like, yeah, for the cause, and then like
people like
Full Metal Alchemist.
colonization.
Yeah.
Why is that true?
Bro,
though?
fuck you, but that's true.
That's so true. Though.
That's my favorite anime.
See?
Fuck you.
You got him.
He said it works. It just works.
God damn it. That
What
was
a
too
We
cool
all
easy.
have
scene,
our,
though.
we all have
That
our
was a cool
shows.
scene.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like,
I mean, I don't like seeing it, but like the attack on Wakanda was really like
That was
that
nuts.
whole scene was well done because you're like, how are they gonna flood a landlocked nation?
and they did.
And they kind of explain
They
it like
did.
they have these grenades that just like
Shoot water.
somehow like just
Have condensed water in there.
condensed water, and they just like cause floods out of nowhere.
It's also they have access to a vibranium.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I
that's
was
the
just
thing,
more
like,
considered like how they're gonna flood it. 'Cause,
they
like-
made
He was like,
to
"I'd flood
shut
you."
it.
No, me and Max were thinking over there, like on the side. We were like, how are they gonna
Cause
drown?
he doesn't have control over like water.
Yeah.
No.
I was like,
yeah.
they're on
He
land.
can't water
How-
bend. He
Yeah.
could throw water.
I was
They
about
can't
to
fucking
say-
water, man.
I was about to say, I was like, yeah, they got rivers and canals in Wakanda, but most of that's land.
Yeah, like
So I was like, how is it gonna drown them?
They gotta swim far.
No, yeah, and then just going back to Namor, in his conversation with the Queen, when he went up to the Queen, like when they were the glass pane apart. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I thought back to that moment, and I was like, oh my god, he's actually going to kill her.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, she ain't getting out of this.
I was like, yeah. She's,
I know she's trying to protect. Like, I loved how she was like, "Get behind me, little girl." Like,
I was like, after I
to
saw
the
that.
end, she's always looking out for.
No, I was like,
That's
after I
awesome.
saw that, I was like, oh my god, she's gonna die. Go for
Her,
it.
her speech, like when everybody like congregated and like they were about to dismiss the general.
Okoye.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
Oscar-worthy
Everything.
speech.
Yeah.
And, bro,
Oscar worthy.
man,
That
that
is
was
great.
Oscar-worthy.
Bro, oh my god, she was like, have I not lost
Everything.
bro?
Oh
That was,
my
I
god.
think bits of it were in the trailer, and I was like, that is going to be the scene I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that scene made
And
me
it
cry.
was.
That
Because like
scene
you,
that scene is Oscar worthy.
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
understand where both of the characters in that moment. Because Okoye loses her position as general because
And that's all she's worth.
Shuri
Like,
was
that's
kidnapped
it.
by Talokan, and like that's the last of her children. So I totally get where she's coming
Not
from.
just her children, her family.
Family.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah,
That's
husband,
it.
her
That's
husband
it.
died, her son died, and now she lost her daughter.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah.
got no family left.
Nothing. Well,
Her
Yeah.
immediate
she is pissed that's like she lost her daughter, so that's why
Yeah.
she's going. My entire immediate family is gone. Your entire job is to make
I
sure
give
that
you-
doesn't happen. You lose, and I was like, you know what? Even though I don't like seeing this happen to Okoye because
fair.
like she's earned this, However,
It's fair.
it's
fair.
nice to see in movies where she did mess up. She kind of does deserve to have
She
like
needs to pay the consequences.
she needs to pay the consequences, and I feel like both the characters are right in this moment of to feel how they feel.
She also
It's-
gets redeemed.
Oh, she gets
Like,
redeemed.
she fights-
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, she
like,
gets redeemed.
Everything comes back full circle.
Yeah.
And like they're ready to fight again.
Oh.
It's even better. It's like
Right.
it's
It goes
like-
around. What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Pick up
fight.
your spear.
It was hilarious because I feel like when she first interacted with them, she didn't know what they were saying,
Yeah.
which made me think she took the time to learn the language just so she could threaten them
Just to
in their
fuck
in
with
their
them.
language.
Right?
And I was
thought
like,
that was, I thought
what
that
a
was
move.
so clear.
That's
I was
such
like,
a-
I was like,
oh
that is a
my
move.
god.
She's
I
a
was like,
warrior
it's
through and
about-
through, so like that
she's
makes
like,
sense.
okay,
I was
I'll
like-
learn your language
He's like,
so
oh.
I can threaten you.
He's like, oh, I'm about
Yeah.
to learn your language just so you can hear me talk shit.
Yeah.
Because he was talking shit even at the attack of Wakanda because he was like, ha ha, where's your spear?
Yeah,
I was like,
bitch.
I was like, this asshole.
This fucking guy.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I was like, you set your own grave.
Attack of Wakanda happens. They pretty much flood most of it, or at least a good portion of it near the
Yeah.
river.
A good
Yeah.
portion.
A good portion of it.
That like scene is also like very sad. It's like the kid in the middle of like
Oh,
Yeah.
intersections and everything's getting flooded and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really so like.
No, that was sad.
Yeah, it brings apart like real world events too, of like
Yeah.
floods and stuff like that too. So it's kind of like, ooh, this is.
Yeah, especially.
But it was also nice to see like just how the culture of Wakanda is so like you just see like everybody else trying to help everyone else
It's
out.
community work.
It's
Yeah.
really community
Yeah.
oriented, and I thought that was cool to see. Like even though like they do show like the paramedics or whatever like immediate service they have, they were getting messed with by like the sirens. Like the people were like trying to help each other out,
Yeah.
and this wasn't just like the warriors; it's just the average people. I thought that was cool. Like again, going back to what you said about little details like that, really helped to like make this whole country and like community and world like feel real. Especially when they're going through something that's horrific as that. But yeah, these events do lead to the queen dying, drowning, which is like a horrible
Oh,
death.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's like this, and like you just see Shuri, like that was the moment I was like, oh wow,
Well,
I
and
don't
if you
know.
pay attention, Shuri goes from screaming mother to mama,
Oh,
which really hurt, and I was
Oh.
like,
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that too. Go
yeah, I
you,
was
man.
like,
I
because
was
like
there.
Shuri's now the one who's lost everything.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
No.
she doesn't know about the little.
She doesn't.
She
yeah.
doesn't, so she
Yeah.
really feels like she is.
She
alone.
is it like a little cub.
By
What
yourself.
quote was it? Like the after that, the
Yeah,
one
it
thing
was-
that made me hurt me more
Mhm.
is that scene with that little funeral that they gave her, where she's wearing the exact
The
same
same
funeral
funeral
garb that she
gown.
wore to T'Challa. So I was like, aw.
And
And then
she was
the
supposed
quote
to live.
from M'Baku where it's just like, "You have suffered way too much to be just called a child."
Yeah,
Real.
I
that
was like,
I was like,
oh
I was like,
man.
that's
Yeah,
facts.
that- I
And
was
then
like-
her quote of like, "I just lost the last person who truly knew who I am."
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
hurt.
So-
Like you can really feel like the people who wrote this movie know grief and
Yeah.
loss.
It
and,
really
like,
was.
They just
personal.
put it in there, and I was
I
like,
mean, yeah, when you
wow, that like lines
was-
like that, you really need to know. Like they felt that pain.
Yeah.
I cried 3 times.
I'm not.
I'm gonna
Three
see this
separate
movie
times.
again. I'm gonna
I'll
see
say
it
it.
again.
I'm
alone,
kind of
so
upset
can,
that I
like-
didn't really cry.
Oh, I lost it.
didn't want to.
Oh, I lost
I
it.
didn't-
I
I had
don't.
to keep
I
it
did
in.
tear up, but I was like, no.
I lost it at the
I'm
Get
fucking
back in there.
beginning.
get back in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
The beginning
But-
got
This
me.
man.
The,
Oh,
the
that's-
title,
the
the
title
title.
credits.
Oh.
That
Oh, the
that
title
was-
credits at the
Okay,
beginning.
okay,
Yeah.
That
That's
op-
fair,
yeah,
that's
the
fair.
opening Marvel fanfare with
Side-
just like
Yeah.
yeah, chat.
Silence.
that-
Still
Just
gives
him.
me chills. Like,
Side
yeah.
note,
That
the
fucked me up.
fucking-
I felt so bad for Shuri in this movie because like when you really think about it, going back to that first movie, she's like the fun-loving little sister.
And now she.
And
now
that-
she-
flashbacks of it. Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
hurt too.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
flashbacks hit. Those hit.
Those
man.
hit because like
Because she can't be that anymore.
No, that's like
She can maybe be that a bit on the surface, but not
she could
really.
be smart and everything like that.
But like,
but like
she's gotta.
she, no.
She's
Oh, I mean like she can always use her intelligence for battle, but like she has to step up to a role she
Yeah.
never wanted.
Yeah.
Like you in that first
and
movie,
probably never expected
she
to have.
she jokes about how it is going to be king for him, and also jokes about what it's like being Black Panther. Like she treats the whole rituals like a
it's
joke.
Yeah,
so
it's all
the
a
fact
joke.
that she has to like
Which
Take
I
that-
think is actually kind of poignant for her, because like she treats it as a joke, And then when we open up this movie, she's struggling with that, like the whole ritual aspect, because
Yeah, it's
Like,
But she's too technical.
she's too technical, and she's like, I like when she.
she does not really believe
Believe
in
in
like
the
The Black Panther.
She doesn't believe in
In
the
Vast
the
or-
ancestral plane. She doesn't
No.
believe in Boss. She's like, as she is trying to save T'Challa,
She's
like,
praying.
she's like, "Hey, if this works, I will actually start believing in it."
Yeah.
And it doesn't. So
It-
I think that was like
That was
important.
that was the push.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one thing that like I did not expect this movie to go into is like that crisis of faith.
Yeah.
Like you don't really get that in a lot of Marvel products or
No.
or superhero media for that matter of like characters who believe in a certain religion having to really like come to terms with like is this real? Her ultimately having to like take the heart-shaped bird because she's like, look, I'm the only one
Who can do this?
who has to do this. Like
Yeah.
I am now like the sole heir to Wakanda. I love the joke of like, be careful,
like-
put the beads on my chest. That
He's
way
like, do you
if-
want to? He's like, are you sure you don't want to get buried? He's like, no. You gotta have access to my chest.
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
way if I go into
cardiac arrest. He's like, hold on, cardiac arrest.
Hold
He's
on.
joking, right?
her in the ancestral plane, I was like, okay, who are they gonna get? Hold on,
Oh
hold.
Sorry.
I don't want to see a CG Chadwick of like a CG
No, me
recreation. I don't want to see that. Her dad would be cool because we never really get to see her interact with her dad in these
We
movies.
never saw her interact.
Her mom, that makes sense.
Because she just died, and you need that
Yeah.
from the grave emotions.
However,
But guess who the fuck it was?
getting Michael B. Jordan back as Killmonger and just having him like smugly like sit in the throne like, hey. I was like, me and Nile, we
Did you just
we
gulp?
huh?
Did you just gulp?
It's Michael B. Jordan.
You two, I think, were maybe the loudest in the theater.
It's Michael B.
That's a hot boy.
You want to talk about?
More.
Yeah, I was about to say.
She does, but I don't.
Hot fish man. Hot
Alright,
fish
but-
man.
Hot
Sides-
Hermes fishman.
Man.
Yeah. But yeah, just seeing him, me and Niall both had to like we were in like the reclining chairs. We both slowly unwound the reclining
Like,
chairs
just like
and sat up and put our hands in, our heads in our hands like
What?
how the hell? Like I did not see that coming. Just seeing
Like, dude, seeing Killmonger sitting in that seat,
mhm.
It works though.
It
works.
It works.
when they like
that was totally out of left field though.
but yeah, like when you like actually think about like why he's the one
Why he's
there to
there.
talk to her, I was like, oh, this is so brilliant. Because if it was just her mom, you kind of know what her mom would have said to her.
Exactly.
And that's like she wanted to hear that. That's not what she needed to hear.
Yeah.
So her needing to like be challenged on this stuff about like what kind of Black Panther she's gonna be, what kind of person is she gonna be the one that's like her dad and would be able to kill anybody to like for their country, or
Is she gonna be a
like her
Chadwick Boseman?
yeah, she could be noble
Take
like
care.
her brother, and like and the parallels that they bring up with even in Civil War, like a movie that's not even in the technical Black Panther films, but the parallel of like
Man.
towards the end of like the men that killed their father, T'Challa, spared, and then what happens at the end of this movie, I was like, wow, like what a great way to bring that around
I was like,
too.
holy
Yeah.
cow! I was
Yeah.
like, that was
That's so.
what goes around comes around.
I know
Yeah.
it's so the circular nature of everything. Like, yeah, holy shit.
So I thought about like you said, that who else would like
Mhm.
be the ancestor like that Shruti saw, and like it could have been her mom, but like it'd be crazy if like it was her mom, like it was all like loving and sweet, and then it like turned into like basically what T'Challa said, like I'm gonna need you to like take care of business. Like it turned into that, but with her mom instead.
Okay.
Like, I want you to avenge me.
Oh, you want me to avenge me?
Yeah.
Oh, so then she would have to make the choice of like, would she go with it or
Yeah,
not?
like this fishman threatened me.
I
Threatened our
get
people.
it, but
fish
like
man threatened me.
her mom
man.
only.
But I don't think
But
that's.
she had that vengeful left to her, but she never
I
wanted
think
to
she
show
did.
that.
Did.
Like, I think she. Yeah, she did.
Because like at the very end, like okay, we're gonna like okay, Shuri becomes Black Panther. She gets a new suit. Then, I think my favorite scene of this movie that not a lot of people talk about is the scene with her and M'Baku.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
They're doing it for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she's like full on like we gotta go fight back. We're gonna go kill him.
Yeah.
Like that is my mission. Kill him. And then because the whole first half of this movie, M'Baku's just like, we killed the fishman.
Yeah.
And then even when he sees him, he's like, there's the fishman.
And then like his first instinct is literally
Is
to
to
run,
kill.
jump, and try and
kill him.
Kill the
Yeah.
fish man.
He really got his ass whooped and he really had to rethink shit. He was
Yeah.
like,
He was like,
hold
He can
on.
think.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
But
I
back to
loved his reasoning, but he's like, look, I know what I said, but like, we gotta be realistic. Like,
you take a god away.
no, and also like they have clearly shown that they could get in here and whoop our ass no matter what. That was only a little bit of their true power.
Yeah.
If we were to kill him, eternal war. We'd forever be in a war with these people, and we will lose. There are going to be casualties on both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure it's like we will lose it, but it's more like mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
No, I agree. I feel like they would.
it's literally like kind of like a Cold War
You think-
scenario.
You think Talokan would have beat Wakanda?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Like they
Look
had them
what the
all like
fuck he did
completely
to the
back to
city.
the back to the edge in that last big battle.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like,
they were about
It's
to.
also in the
They were-
middle of the sea.
Yeah,
That
like
is true, but like again, they could
And
flood
think about.
Wakanda.
I was about to say, yeah. Think about how they still brought the fight
All
to
of
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not
At
all.
Wakanda.
yeah,
Not
because
everyone
I
in
think
Wakanda
like-
can fight though.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
because
but
I feel like the vibe I
they
got from the
weaponized
Talokan.
vibranium as well.
so
Yeah.
has
So
Talokan.
has
they
Talokan.
they
Not to
drink
the point.
vibranium.
Yeah.
They
Oh yeah, they fucking drink that shit.
no, that's the thing. Like they showed early in the movie, like when Okoye fought them, she fatally wounded them, and they got back up and ran.
Yeah, she was like, I hit them with a blow that should have killed them, but they just got back up.
I don't know if
They're not
were-
as humanized as the Wakanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not as advanced.
Because
so,
all
like,
of them have vibranium.
The
Not
only-
all of Wakanda has vibranium.
They only needed to just take out Namor. That was it. That was their only goal out of that whole fight, is to kill him and just show to them like, we beat your king or god.
Yeah.
Your god is dead. Like
I don't think they would like completely.
No.
I
I
don't-
mean, Wakanda.
Wakanda
I don't
would have
know.
fallen eventually.
Yeah,
I don't think it would have gone down quickly,
But it would
I
have
don't know, like,
happened eventually.
over
Not all of
time-
Talokan's people can fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but it's also like
then
there's also a strategy of the fact that like you can't easily get to them without having to like get certain armor, certain weapons, certain everything, and also you're in their natural habitat,
Yeah.
where and they also have proven to be better at you in your habitat as well.
they can
Yeah.
bring their habitat to
To
yours.
yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
We
can.
only see them destroy one city. Like, it's something like the outskirts of Wakanda.
No, that was in
No.
Wakanda.
That was all Wakanda.
That was all.
That was all.
They then attacked the Capitol
Capitol.
building of Wakanda.
Yeah, they started out on the outskirts and then they brought themselves in.
How else did the queen drown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
she drowned
was
in a
literally-
skyrise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
were
I
gonna
totally
get
get
to
what
the-
you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like, we would have lost. Like, we just see a complete blind side. And we're like making assumptions of that. But if it was like war, they would have had time to analyze them.
Well, that's
and
what that
eventually
second.
would have found where they were, because Shuri was brought to their like place.
Mm-hmm.
She knew where they were, and she was also the Black Panther. She
Also,
telling me-
Nakia knows too now.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, like,
Well, no,
it's
because
not
there was
like-
only that upper chamber. Because remember,
Oh, true, yeah.
Nakia was only able to get there because of they were in like an upper underwater cave chamber.
Yeah.
It's like an air pocket chamber.
I agree.
And when Shuri went down, she had to wear that suit. He made a whole point about it. He was like, "Hey,
Oh yeah, he
Your
like
if you
body's
go
not
to-
gonna get through this.
it's gonna crush every
Only
single
way you're gonna
bone."
get here is with a suit.
yeah. Going back to that final fight. I can't believe we didn't talk about this character because she's
No, I was
literally
about to say.
Yeah.
the
I was about to say,
MacGuffin.
Can we talk about? This might just be me thinking this the whole time, considering I'm from the same place where this character grew up, but we can't ignore the genius behind Ironheart.
Oh yeah. Wait, in character construction or just her actual genius?
Just overall character development. Just I don't know where to begin. Just like
I'll say this just to like give you a springboard.
okay, yeah, help me out here. I'm not good at intros
'Cause-
conversations.
During the movie, during her scenes, I've never seen someone perk up and get so happy off of just certain slang and like just the way she like carried herself, and you're like, that's so Chicagoan.
No, yeah.
That's so
That
Chicago.
was the most Chicago.
That's so
shit I've
Chicago.
ever seen.
And I was like, I'm from Illinois, but I'm from Gurnee, like
No,
a
it's
couple
like
months. I only know Chicago from like certain things. But yeah, just the way you acted, just so excited, so happy, so giddy over all the little things that she would do. I don't know, it was making the experience a little bit better for me because I was like, I wouldn't pick up on those things.
No,
But
it's
just the little things, like also in like her MIT dorm room, she had
exactly
like a Chicago flag and everything like that.
I don't know. It's different when you feel some type of connection, obviously, whether it's cultural, racial. But when it's something as like deep as a city, it brings a whole different element to it.
Mm-hmm.
But because, like, I don't know, you hear something about these Marvel heroes, but most of them are from
New York,
either the East or West Coast. You never hear about anyone who, like all these superheroes, all the famous superheroes, you know.
Spider-Man,
Captain America,
New York.
Spider-Man, Iron Man, all from New York City. Well, not Iron Man, but that's the difference.
I get what you mean, but like they're all in New York.
Not Thor.
Yeah, well, Thor is different. I'm talking about
Shit.
people. I'm talking about people from the United
Dang,
States
nabbit.
specifically.
Yeah.
Like United States homebound superheroes,
Uh-huh.
they're either from the East or West Coast
Yeah.
of the United States. There's no one in the smack dab in the middle.
I thought she was really fun. I like what the actor brought to the character.
No, I love what they did for
Dude, the ashy forehead joke. Holy shit.
She said, "I told you, bro."
She's like, you look fine. You look good.
You look good. You better get out of here with the ash on your forehead. I was like,
I was
oh.
like, oh my god. I was like, I'm at home.
You look good.
I was like, I'm literally at home, but just I felt such a homey vibe just
Oh,
from
so good.
seeing her on the screen and just seeing her knickknacks and her personality.
I do like it was the perfect amount of like comedy.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Riri brought the best
Mhm.
out of like her geniusness and her
Attitude.
attitude and her just comic relief. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's a technological genius, like one of a kind. But at the same time, she's in college now, where she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna
miss calc.
right." It's like I'm gonna miss calc. Like, do I have to do something about this? And then she's got people like paying her little bands to do their homework.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane, and that was funny because like you see that in college all the time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But what were you gonna say, Sheldon?
No, I also like the fact that like they were like you sold it to the CIA and it's actually like the professor
Yeah.
who like told her it wouldn't work,
Yeah.
but went and sold it. Like that was just like that's so
Yeah.
I was like,
that's so college.
That's so like just like America. That's so institutionalized racism.
Yeah.
Hey, at least
Like-
Everett Ross knew the truth.
Yeah.
I'll give him
Yeah.
that. I'll give
Yeah.
the one good white guy.
Hey,
By the way, we'll get back to that joke later.
we rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
I love Riri in this movie, and I can't wait to see more of her because she is getting her own show.
Yeah. She's getting
So,
her
yeah.
I'm speaking of Mark. I also like the part where he was like, "Hey, the Wakandans are good people." I was like, "Thanks, Mark."
Thanks, Mark.
I was like,
Shit.
thanks, Mark. I know I can count on you.
For the cause.
You got the Mark stamp of approval.
You're invited to the cookout.
So all the macaroni and cheese you want, bro.
What?
He said baked beans on me.
Okay. Think he could bring that and potatoes out. We don't give you nothing else.
No, don't get none of the chicken. Don't get none of the sauce.
No, you get like a couple hot dogs. Maybe a chicken.
No buns for the dogs.
Eat straight blizzy. We know how much y'all people love coleslaw. That's how we got you a tub.
Just for you, Mark.
Mark's tub of coleslaw.
The Mark special.
The Mark special.
It's not even a big plate. It's like one of those like little dinner
It's
plate,
like,
little
you know those, like-
dessert plate.
You know those like old ice cream tubs that like the plastic ones? It's just full of coleslaw.
Mark, we made this for you.
And he's just like,
Oh.
He's like, we heard you like coleslaw, so we went above and beyond.
was. I also liked how Namor got his name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about that. Go on.
No,
yeah, you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
describe it?
Go on.
So Namor comes back to like the place where his like tribe left to like escape the colonizers. Right?
Yeah, the Spanish conquistadors
Yeah.
that brought smallpox.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
And, like,
I was like, oh wow.
No, yeah.
but they were really going for.
Dude,
like,
I was
that was-
shocked that not only in a Marvel movie but a Disney property, they actually showed people getting whipped.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they're not holding back like the truth.
It also justifies like part of like.
Oh, why he think the way he think?
why-
Oh no,
yeah, it's like
that's
they
what I'm
call me
saying.
Namor because I have no love for the service world.
That
And,
shit
like,
was
He walks
awesome.
in, he sees just like pure racism. Like, okay, that's. I get it. Like, if I walked back to my house and it was just like, it turned into a plantation, I would have some things to say. I would
I would have had a
I
problem.
would turn the fuck around.
Yeah.
Turn right back the fuck around.
Well done.
Go back in the water. Fuck
No, I was about to say if I went back to my house and saw
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
around the little bitches too.
I understand. It's from the books. However, some things don't look good in live action.
Oh my
my
god.
It's like,
God.
whose child is that?
Whose child is that?
Whose kid is that, bro?
And then
I was like, yo, Cupid made it into the scene? I was like, what's Cupid doing here? He's a couple months early.
But yeah, no, I just thought that, like, I get it, and I thought they did some really cool action with him. It just looks a little silly.
Yeah.
But
That
I'm
would
like,
be
it's a
that.
character created during World War II era. He's got wings on his feet. He's good in water and air, fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Like, Max heard me. Like,
with like the big grand entrance of this character, and you just see the wings on his feet, and you hear Nile, and he just goes. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
I was just like, I get it.
no, I literally, like, laughed, and then I had to apologize, because it was a serious moment. I was like, I chuckled, I was like, oh, sorry. Like, I was like, all right, get real.
Like, I must praise in the moment.
Like, it happened the first 2 times that I saw this man and his feet. Just him wiggling around with his feathers.
Yeah, because in the
Like-
books, they don't move. Like, you
Obviously.
can't, like, show, like, you could have it, like, do, like, the speed lines, but you just see them static, so it's just like, oh, he kind of, like, flies like Superman. But when you, like, see it, like,
And he like kind of runs and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
like
thought
that depiction of, like, he
that was
has to, like,
cool.
kind of, like,
It's-
skid on
Yeah,
air.
like, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
No, that was cool.
that was cool.
That
yeah.
was cool. I liked that.
It was funny when like Trudy like took one of his wings off. He was like, "Oh, no."
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I don't know why, but
I thought
that
he was
oddly
gonna, like-
hurt me.
What?
I don't know, because, like, have you ever been, like, hit? It's like,
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's
thought
like
like
the
she got him
scooter.
like yeah.
like, you ever been hit there? You're like, ah! That must have hurt when she. Oh my god! Now we're back to the final
I thought
fight.
she was gonna like keep like taking them off so he couldn't get into.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
No, I thought one. Was
No,
enough.
he can-
I thought she was gonna take the one. that
No,
was
like he just needs the wings to fly. That's it. Like they don't do anything special for him in water. He still gets powerful. No,
He can't swim faster because he has wings on his feet.
no, they all could swim fast because they can.
He can't swim faster.
No,
Well,
they're literally just for flying.
Well, I was about to say yeah, they're
I
wings.
was gonna
Like,
say
was
like
he?
yeah, I
They're
thought
not
they were
gonna-
wings like they're propelling.
I don't know.
On
Like only.
I think they'd only
Only
work
thing-
on air because they're wings. Like
They're not- yeah, they're
if they're in
feathers.
water, they're
Yeah,
like
not like.
they're probably
penguin
squished
wings.
up against
He's a
the
god, bro.
Well,
Like,
actually,
come on.
this made me nerd the fuck out because
Oh boy.
they call him a mutant. He says he's a mutant.
Yeah,
This is for you, Emily.
that was insane.
That really made me freak out because I was like, oh
Yeah,
wow,
he went
Like-
insane about that.
because like throughout
oh,
little
lost
bit.
his mind.
Yeah.
No, he literally lost his mind. I saw from the corner of my eye,
Just
his
him.
head literally shake and move back. He's like, oh. I was like, oh, I was like, dude, are you okay?
Bro, my
I thought he
favorite
was
thing
having a
was like
spasm attack or something.
I looked down the row of all the friends we brought with us, and like everybody was just still watching the movie.
and you're
normal.
like, they don't know.
And I was just like, no fucking way.
I caught it, and I
Oh.
was like,
Oh,
I wonder how Max
okay.
is taking
Mutant
this.
X-Men,
Okay.
because in Marvel he
I-
is a
yeah,
mutant,
yeah.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
like
okay.
in the MCU they really haven't like
Integrated
done
them.
No.
mutants yet.
Focus.
You brought up the
Focus.
her cutting off the wings. Like she just did that once, bro. I legit got really scared when he stabbed her like through the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
was like-
final fight, I was so sad that this was held at a PG-13 rating Because if this had been a rated R movie,
I don't need everything to be rated R. Though.
I needed it to be rated R because
Alright.
when he pulled
Why?
it out of her,
Oh,
or
no
when
blood.
she pulled it out,
No
no
blood.
blood, and I was like
I was
so
like,
frustrated.
I was like, really?
No fucking
Really?
blood.
No.
I was so mad.
Like
Well-
even if it was only for that thing.
She got stabbed and like the screen kind of like warped a little bit and it got like a little darker, like how someone like would if they like got
Passing
stabbed.
out.
That kind of like
Freaking.
freaked me out a little.
It freaked me out because I was like, they are not gonna just kill off this entire family, are they?
No, I didn't think so.
No,
I was
I
like-
knew she wasn't gonna die.
I was
But,
like, what kind of
it's-
Game of Thrones shit is
It's still
this?
a moment of panic because it's
No,
like
I freaked out. Cause
Yeah.
However,
I
her,
freaked
yeah.
out for a different reason though, because I was scared this whole time, thinking that she was gonna kill him. Like I
yeah,
knew,
yeah.
I was hoping to God she wasn't. I was hoping to God she wasn't.
Yeah.
But she, like that entire fight, she was fighting to kill until she wasn't.
Do you have anything to say about anything? You've been quiet for a while.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Sexy fishman.
Speaking of sexy
It
fish,
was
man.
like it's hard for me to like.
Not that
You got Michael
hot.
B. Jordan in a movie and you thinking about the fish boy?
Yes,
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wild
Yeah.
to
That's
me.
crazy.
He can fly.
he can
Michael
fly.
B. Jordan, if you're hearing this, DM me.
He was in it for 2 minutes.
And he's still fine as fuck.
He left an impression. But yeah, speaking
Yeah.
of hot fish, man, he did get kind of hot in that moment where
Oh
I
yeah.
love that moment where she's
Got
this.
like-
seared.
She triggered the engine that's there to like kind of like ignite
Blast, yeah.
and just burn his back all up. And I was like, oh my god, that's violent.
Well, and then remember what you said in the car
I
about
was
the mask.
I was super afraid she was about to like kill herself in that moment too, like sacrifice herself.
No, I didn't see that.
Because like she kept her mask off. But like when she put it back on, I was
It
like,
was
okay,
like
so
very
she's
last minute.
yeah, it was like last minute. She was like, she was kind of thinking about like, this is it. Like,
Well, because like
If I'm going down,
say she
she
killed
goes-
him,
she
that's
gotta give
it.
him
That's
a
her own.
No.
That's she met her goal.
yeah,
But she has nothing else left for her.
What
What
is
is there to like continue doing?
But
Like, 'cause
I-
she's like not bound to the throne.
But I absolutely love this next part where she has him dead to rights and like she's gonna do it. But then she's like thinking about like
Her mother.
no. What she thinks about first is like
Oh right. My fault.
both of their countries, how similar they are, and like how
yeah.
both peaceful they are, and
I
like
totally
how
forgot
before
that.
all this happened, like everything was just kind of natural, and like like she doesn't want Talokan to like be gone.
No,
She's
she
just mad at Namor.
Yeah, she just
And
wants
she
Namor.
she now realizes that like what he's doing is what like she's about to do, and like she has to now be more like her brother, and she now has to do that for Namor and be like, look, I'm going to beat you, and you will go back to your country. You don't fuck with us, and we won't fuck with you. We will protect your nation from everybody, but you have no right to come back and attack us. Otherwise, we will kill you.
Yeah.
We know how to do it now, and it's not that hard. So I was like, oh, and like,
Going back to what I said, Wakanda would not follow Talokan.
No.
hmm? Oh, they would. You think they would
They
win?
would figure out how to neutralize the threat. So you know how smart all of Wakanda is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I love the ending in this movie where both countries like they go to both of their people and like, all right, stop. We've settled it. Meanwhile, there's so many dead Wakandans in the water,
Yeah,
and like
exactly. I was
there's more dead Wakandans than there were Talokans,
Yeah.
and I was just
they
like,
also heal, so like it's
it's cheating. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
So they were probably able to swim back and like climb up the thing.
But besides that, everything goes back to somewhat peace. Talokan is still like, all right, we lost kind of, but they're in a cold war.
They're better people because of it.
I don't think so. They're
Not-
more pissed off like that.
Not them.
that
Not them.
one-
Not them. I'm
Oh.
talking about I'm talking about
Namor. Yeah, he's a better person. He's
I
like,
didn't mean to say people.
yeah, because like
people are pissed.
I don't know about better person. I just say humble.
humbled. Yeah, he got his ass humbled.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
He got humbled.
No,
He got
got
humbled and he went to
But
go paint.
He got
Yeah.
hella,
He went to
got-
go paint.
He
Yeah.
got hella humble because of it.
He had to go pay.
Yeah, that's how he dealt
Really
with it. He
think
was
of
like,
this shit.
Bullshit.
Fucking bitch.
can't believe she.
Fucking gave you a dress, gave you a suit.
I gave you
I
my
did
mom's
everything.
I gave
bracelet.
you my mother's bracelet.
This is what you do to me?
You cut off my wing and send me back to my people without a.
You sent me back cooked.
Right, you send me back burnt to a goddamn crisp.
Some smells like cod. just to
Alright.
say it quick, Everett Ross gets saved from prison by Okoye after
That was-
calling him.
Yeah. His
Wakanda-
whole thing was just like there.
colonizing chains.
Never
I really
I've
have
seen
seen
everything.
everything.
Bro, it made me laugh so hard, but then I also realized with all my friends sitting down this row, most of them being either black, Asian, or Mexican, I just imagine like, oh shit.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck you laughing for?
Yeah, I was like,
What
what are you laughing
It's
at?
so funny.
Yeah.
What's so funny about that? I was like,
What you laughing about?
So
I
funny,
don't know, I
white
found-
boy.
Everybody just surrounds. Hey guys.
I just like,
He's like,
I just
"Hey."
turned my head away from the screen for like a second, and I just see all of you like look at me like dead set, like
That's alright.
yeah. All right. Besides the point, funny joke. I just wanted to mention that joke. They're about to do the ritual for who will become ruler of Wakanda. They think it's Shuri, but instead M'Baku comes out like, "Hey, who's gonna challenge me for the throne?" Implying that I don't think anybody is going to challenge him because it's M'Baku. Yeah.
Like, who's gonna challenge?
So yeah, I think M'Baku's like now king of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Which I think that's actually kind of cool.
I'm fine with it.
I'm really okay with that because, like, I feel like because of that one scene in this movie of him, like,
He
realize
deserves it.
he kind of
Yeah.
like,
He's earned.
He has that
his,
serious side. He's not
he's-
just like for comic relief.
yeah. I was like, I
Well,
can
yeah.
totally see this.
like between the two movies, with the minimal amount of screen time he's had. Not that it's even minimal. He's had a decent amount of screen
He had
time.
major
Yeah, he had,
plot relevance in the story. so
Yeah,
it
he
was
said
like, yeah.
in both stories for both movies. I can see the growth.
Yeah,
Like from where he started to where he is now, I could say he's earned that right as king.
yeah,
I could definitely say he deserved it.
I agree. I
And I'm
just
excited to see where he goes with it.
I
if they
want it-
continue.
if-
To
yeah, if
see
they-
him, if we see him more,
if we get a Black Panther 3,
which we will.
like, oh fuck yeah.
Which we
I feel
will.
like they're gonna wait. Like
Wait,
they're gonna
Yeah.
wait until.
It's gonna be a while.
well, let's get to that.
It's gonna be a while.
Ending of the movie has Shuri going to Haiti to meet up with Nakia, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute.
No, that was a fair game. Fair game.
She's like, "Oh, I already got everything set up for the ritual. Just like I'll meet up with you later." And you just see Shuri with her funeral garb and a fire, and apparently I think this is a tradition her mother heard about, that the queen heard about and wanted to start doing, where it's like
No, it was passed down from her.
Was it passed
by
down?
her mother?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a tradition in Wakanda, or I don't know if it's an actual African tradition. Okay.
Mm.
But it's basically in order to like get over your grief and move on, you have to burn your funeral garb. That way you can accept of what happened and move on from that. So you see Shuri burning her funeral garb, and it shows clips from the first movie and other like times they've been together in the other MCU
Complete
movies.
silence too.
Complete silence. You just hear the ocean waves, which, oh man. That scene broke me because just this entire character's journey throughout this movie of just like she's gone through the whole stages of grief, and now she's at acceptance, and she's just crying by the water. Oh man, that just got me. And it's just a great ending.
Yeah.
And I love how they do the title, like the end credits, where they have the Rihanna song, and you just see like the pattern of the dress burn away. Also, really cool detail about as it burns, Black Panther kind of detail. I was like, oh, didn't even think about that, but really cool idea and detail.
Yeah.
No, that was nice.
And as it burns away, it then shows the title card and everything. And then the post-credit scene, which this movie only has one, so don't stage for the end credits like we did. But Nakia comes back on the beach with a kid, and immediately I was like, fucking knew it. Because little did you know, throughout this entire movie,
Like halfway.
or halfway through the movie, me and Nile made a secret bet to each other. Like, okay, I think this secret that Nakia and the Queen are hiding from Shuri is that he has a kid. He had a kid, and he
I
was
thought
like
it was gonna be
a gay
a
relationship,
gay relationship.
where Nakia and
Sure.
Shuri were going to be together.
What
That
the
was-
fuck?
That was him.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I've seen it enough in movies to think that was happening again. But
I
then
didn't
I
get-
saw the two soldiers in the little celebration scene.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that
Oh,
house.
really?
that gave it away. I was like, well, there's the one gay couple. I was like, that's it. It's got to be the kid. No, that's
enough
They
game
filled-
for the movie.
That's it for the game.
I was like, well,
That's it.
I was like, well, there
We
goes
filled
my-
our quota.
I was like, well, there goes my bed. Looks like I
But
lost.
here's how I predicted it, because in that scene when she does teach Shuri about the funeral garb thing, she was about to tell him a secret about T'Challa. That she was like, you didn't know something about T'Challa, and I was like, and then they cut it off real quick because Namor showed up, and I was like, I think she was about to say something about a kid, and then when the first time you meet Nakia, she's basically at like a school.
She's a headmistress.
She's a headmistress.
Basically a principal.
Surrounded by kids. So I was like, it's kind of fitting, like, of like a mom having to help out other kids too.
Yeah.
But the
Tracks.
other moment that I was like, oh, she definitely had a kid with T'Challa was when her and Okoye were catching up, and she was talking about like how everybody saw T'Challa as king in Black Panther, and she just like looks to the side, breaking eye contact, and looks back at Okoye and says like, he was my everything. And I was just like, you just don't say that about someone you kind of had a thing with and then died.
Yeah.
Like, you had a kid with him. Like, I got that feeling, like, right away. Like, you just don't say that about certain people. Like, everything? But when you do see her with the little boy, I was just like, oh my god, that's so sweet. And then,
Yeah.
I think just the dialogue between that scene of just, like, it just kept getting better for me, because the movie ends on kind of a sad note about, like, he's passed and we've accepted that. And this post-credit scene gives you hope
Yeah.
about, like, it is what
Moving
it does.
forward-
It does
it's
what a
moving-
post. Yeah,
yeah,
it does what a
it's moving
post-credit's
forward.
supposed to do. Like, set up something in the future.
But it's like respectful.
Respectfully.
It's not really like hyping up another movie.
It's not
just-
Doctor Doom coming in like, Mwah. It's
No,
more
it's
like,
like- It's like, here's what we think may happen in the future,
Yeah.
and this is our
If we-
tribute to
Mhm.
this wonderful actor who isn't here with us anymore, and here's how we want to continue his
yeah,
legacy.
I thought that was really cool. I thought the kid looked like a young Chadwick.
Yeah.
Like, they casted really well for that. Like, I was like, oh wow, he just the certain facial structure and like the way he looks. I was like, he looks like little Chadwick.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome. And the little dialogue moments that just made it so much better for me about like the way Nakia slowly reveals it to Shuri about like, this is your nephew, this is your aunt, his name is Toussaint, and I looked that up, and Toussaint was
He was a former slave who
he was
led the Haitian Revolution.
yeah, he led the Haitian Revolution. He was called the Black Napoleon, in that he successfully led the revolution of Haiti, and like that's why it takes place in Haiti here. I don't know, I just loved it. And then ultimately the reveal of like, Toussaint is my Haitian name. My real name is T'Challa. I was like, oh man, that's so sweet. Yeah, I like that they named him T'Challa. That way, if they do a sequel with him in the future, you get a T'Challa Black Panther again. And I thought that was just a really sweet way of doing that, about like the circular nature of like life, death, rebirth kind of thing. I was like, that's just really cool about like, and how Black Panther is a thing that like gets passed on, and like Shuri thought she was alone, but now she has someone that looks like her little brother or her big brother, and she now has to be her like an older sibling to this kid. I loved just the way they ended it. If they do a Black Panther 3, I kind of want that T'Challa to be the main character, and like have Shuri be the one to help guide him into this culture.
I could take it two ways. I could take it that way, or I could take it still sort of a focus on Shuri, but her like trying to learn how to be a mentor to somebody, maybe that is significantly younger than her.
Teach him the religious side, even though she
You
can't.
can't.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be like an interesting like.
And then now it kind of also makes the thing of like going back to like, now that M'Baku's on the throne, how will he take this idea of someone else being there to possibly stop him? Which will then kind of go back to
His origin.
of like M'Baku was a villain in the
It's
comics.
either that or maybe
Baku's gonna
M'Baku.
have a very long reign before it.
I know.
Yeah, so he
I'm
could be at the point where he's like, I've been satisfied with the length of time I've been ruling. I feel like I can maybe hand it off to somebody else.
Yeah.
And he could like, it could play into that maybe theme of being a mentor.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think like it'd be really cool to like having a Killmonger like character, where like his journey of like coming into Wakanda and everything like that, but through like a protagonist's perspective instead of an
Yeah.
antagonist perspective
Yeah.
of it. Of like, I've seen the outside world. I don't have the pressure of being king. Yet I know how everything is out here, and I know how we can.
Yeah.
Like,
And being king will
yeah.
give me that ability to make natural change.
This movie's so well written. Ryan Coogler did such a great job.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love this movie. And I hope we didn't ruin it for you in any way. This will be released like a week later
Yeah.
from the release,
So if
so
you haven't
please.
been already ruined,
You're bad.
Yeah,
You're
I
bad.
just.
That's your bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see this movie again. This movie is probably gonna be my new hyperfixation movie for like the next 2 months.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to watch this with my mom.
Yeah.
Only reason why is because I know she'll cry.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a fun
I'm
time.
gonna see this movie again so I can cry
Yeah,
because I want to do.
it's a good cry movie.
It is a good cry.
You just need those movies where you're just like, I'm sad. I just need to get it all out. Well, I'm glad that you all listened, and I'm glad that you all enjoyed our discussion of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I had a great time talking with my whole cast and crew here. Can I get one more roll call?
Nile.
Shelldyn.
Nora.
Kyah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if you are listening to us on Wave Radio, please listen to more shows on Wave Radio. We have a lot of really cool artists that come in and talk about stuff. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to us on Spotify, I hope that you... Can you subscribe?
You can follow.
You can subscribe.
Follow us on Spotify and also, spread the word about our show. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and yeah.
Wakanda Forever.